Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Firebug711. I'm coming at you with another YouTube video. This episode is about my first show at the gay club. And if you're not already, go ahead and subscribe, like, and share this if you can. Help your girl out, okay? Because I'm really trying to get established and monetized, and we're almost there. We're almost there, guys. So let's just get right into it. My very first show at Elm and Pearl was the name of the club. I was very nervous. It took me about a good 2 weeks just dancing on the go-go box to just really build up the courage to get on stage. And the lady that was over it at the time, her name was Champagne, or is Champagne, and she told me, okay, let me take you to go get your shoes. And, she kind of hooked me up with all the gear because I wasn't really knowledgeable about all the stuff that I really needed. So then I ended up meeting her at this place called Electric Boutique. Had a mini stroke real quick. And she helped me pick out my shoes. She told me the higher the heels, the better. Gave me a better shake view or whatever from behind, made my legs look good. So I ended up getting the right shoes. She said that she knew a guy that could definitely make my outfit custom. So I didn't really need to buy nothing out of the stores because, being the way that I'm built or most black women are built, we can't fit that, the mainstream clothes or, the shit back then. So it was this guy, his name is AJ, and he was already a dancer, but a male dancer, but he could sew really, really well. So he made my first outfit, and it was like a bunch of strings that like tied crisscross down my leg, up underneath my breast, crisscross around my neck. Then it was a tube top and like a little tie skirt that had a train that was very, very long, but like the material was like a black tie dye or something like that. But it was very, very, very cute. It was very fitting to me. I felt beautiful in it, all of that. Then the next step was me getting my hair done. So like my mom at the time, I was 16 years old, and my mom did not let me wear weave to school. Like that was not something she was okay with. Being a professional ballet dancer and stuff like that, I always had to have something that was pulled to the back and in a bun. So I couldn't really rock a whole lot. But I kind of felt a little freedom this time. So my BFF asked me if I wanted to come to his cousin's house that did hair on the side in her kitchen, the kitchen titian, and she hooked me up. She had this cute, like curly Beyonce hair. It was parted down the middle. It just made me look so grown, and that was just something I wasn't used to. And then she put the lashes on me. It just completed the look completely. The only thing that I did not have was makeup. I didn't. The only thing I knew how to do was like competition makeup, and that was like a ruby red lip, big, like ugly ass, gaudy ass makeup, and I had no idea how to paint my face. But luckily, it was someone that was very close to me who was actually my blood cousin, that is a very well-known name in on the drag queen scene, and she was like, "Girl, what are you gonna be? Are you a stud or a femme? Let me paint you and get you together." Painted me, had me looking like, when I looked in the mirror, I didn't even recognize myself. I didn't even recognize who I was or anything. So, moving on from that, um, it was time for me to get on stage. And they were calling my name. It was like all the way from blah blah blah. Like he judged me all up. The guy's name is Shamar, and he can make a girl sound wonderful on stage. Okay, and he called me to the stage, and the spotlight was on me. I walked through the back. Everybody was parting ways and stuff and let me through. And they were playing like sexy. What was the name of that song? Oh, You can look in my eyes and tell me I wanna fuck, some whatever. Y'all know the song, okay? I'm not a singer. Y'all know I'm a dancer first, so that was the song that I came out to, and oh man, everybody was just going wow. They were calling my name. Like that was the type of like fame that I thought that I should have from dancing for so long and dancing in a dance company. Like that shit made me feel so alive and just ready for action. And like all my peers were watching, people were throwing money and asking me could they take me on dates. Like it just felt so good to me. And I just loved it. I fell in love the first time I ever did it. And I continue to do that every Friday night. And that was my thing. Now, what I'm going to do now is bring in my BFF and let him give you guys his version of what he saw that night because I was living it. I was in the dream. You know, I don't know what was going on the outside looking in. I was just performing. Fuck it. Hey, I'm here. I'm queer. And you gonna see me, honey. You gonna see me. You gonna catch this. You gonna love this twerk. You gonna get all of that, honey. And that was, my theme. That was Coco then. So let me call Miss Sunny and see what his version was. Well, I guess he's not answering. So this will be for another time because I really wanted him to show up for this. He's not answering. Miss Sunny, you there, honey? You there, Miss Sunny? Hello. Trying to see if he'll answer y'all.
Hello.
Boom. So, Miss Sunny,
Yes.
we want to know what do you recall the night of my first gay show? When you motherfuckers got me all dressed up, y'all got my hair done, everyone was dressed up to see me. It was like, what do you remember from that night? Just like walking in the club, us all together as a group. Like, what do you remember? Just give us.
Oh, honey, I remember vaguely, but I remember enough to where it would always make an impact on my memory. I remember it was your first show. I know that you started off as walking into the club as a newbie, a high school student, and you became a go-go dancer on the box. And then it led to you doing a show. And I will never forget, it was like you were a celebrity. We walked in, and I remember you were the only one that can go to the back room. And no one else would go back there.
Performers only.
Yeah, performers only. I remember them switching up your hair last minute, and they were like, "This can't be this way." They switched it all up, and then I remember them announcing you, and we're in the audience, and you had me and another person, which is
Grab my money.
dear to you.
I remember that.
Yeah, I don't want to name his name because I don't want no one to come back and be like, "Oh, why you name a name?" But you know what I'm talking about. It just became, when you came out, it was just like, okay, we're gonna grab the money, whatever. And when they announced you, it was just like, it was a fucking show that you would never forget. This bitch came out, jumped off like 2 flights of steps to the splits, fucking popped the lollipop out her pussy. I mean, burned fire, melt bananas, chocolate. It was crazy.
It was wax. It was not a banana. It was like wax.
Oh, it looked like a banana. And it was so amazing. It was something that was mind blown. And it was so amazing that from her first show, they were like, we need you every night. It turned into a household show. It also resonated on to like Houston, to I mean all the local
Chitlin circuits.
yeah, I mean, it was amazing. It became something where she was being flown out to places to do, private parties. And mind you, this was a high school student, just do, being a dancer.
No one had asked for my ID. No one asked my age. You're right.
Yeah, it was like I'm a ballet dancer full time at school, and I'm popping that pussy at night, and it wasn't for nobody. It wasn't on nobody. It was just an art that she did, and she took it very fucking serious. I was in awe of the craftsmanship that she had, the ability of knowing how to work a crowd for her first time. I mean, just everything was just something that you will never forget. I mean, it was so amazing to the point that it was just like, wow. I mean, everyone noticed it. I mean, if she wasn't that amazing, it wouldn't be like if you weren't good, they would never have you back. It would be like, I mean, being in the gay club and the gay scene and the ballroom scene, they were just like, you're not cut out for this. Bye.
And they had me scheduled every fucking Friday. And if it wasn't Friday, then I was going to the Brick on Saturday to perform. And then Sunday, it was Havana's. So it was like a show every night, or sometimes two shows in one night. So, yes, it was definitely a tedious task. It was definitely
oh honey, and it was the awakening to drugs, hun.
oof,
Baby.
That's another story.
That will be part 2. But it was amazing as far as her being the performer that she is. I mean, she became a household name for the gay community, and it was everyone requested fire. Like,
well, it was Coco then, and it was like for birthday parties, for
private parties,
private parties. That was a given. It was for what else?
Splash. I mean,
Splash, if you don't know, is gay pride in Texas, in Houston. So that's something like if you get booked for that, events. You're gonna get money regardless.
Off top.
Yes. So that. Ooh, excuse me. Just
come on, burp.
Just a lot of gigs that involved family, in the gay community, that really like looked out for me and made sure that I got paid, made sure that they put me in hotel rooms, made sure that I was straight and I didn't need anything, or I didn't want for anything. So like I really appreciate that. Shout out to family when it comes to that. But as far as like the gay club, I want to say that was my gateway to like dancing and stripping and really, really becoming like the person you see today.
And honestly, expressing who you really were. Because at school, it was so trained. You had to be technical. Yeah, it was so going to a school like Booker T, it was so like, this is what it is. This is what it is. You had to be what they were training you to be. So you couldn't really express. We didn't have a football team. We didn't have a cheerleading squad. You went to Booker T for your craft. So she was a dancer. She went for dance. You lived, breathed, and ate dance. Slept, dance. And it was so strict. I mean, I love Booker T, but it was a strict. I went for art. So I had to live, eat, and breathe art, drawing, painting, sculpting, all that. So for Coco as being a dancer, that's all she knew. So going out of her comfort zone and expressing herself as an artist, it was amazing to see her just bloom and blossom into this dancer that she was, and at the same time get credit for something that she's known for outside of school.
And guys, mind you, this was like these dances that I was doing when I would come and perform. This was nothing like some choreographed, rehearsed shit. This was some shit that I just literally bit my bottom lip and went out there and just did off the top of my head. It was impromptu. I didn't, know how to strip. I didn't know how to twerk. I didn't know how to do any of that. I was basically a technical dancer, technical trained
But that's
ballerina.
what made her stand out from everyone else, because she was so technical and so trained that when she would do certain things, you can tell that like she incorporated ballet in some of her dances. And it was so amazing because even when she would do some of her like riffs and runs and like jumps, it would be like, oh my God, like that's like fucking acrobatic. It was amazing. So it was like, it was something new for the crowd. It wasn't their, oh, I'm going out doing my stripper 1-2 step,
Yeah,
shaking my ass,
exactly.
grabbing the ball. It was like, no, I'm putting on a show. I'm giving you beginning to end.
Yes. Like maybe 3 or 4 songs. Like,
And nonstop, and then catering to the crowd as well. Didn't matter
absolutely.
who you were. Like
Absolutely.
it was amazing. She was
Eye
a show.
contact,
She was
jumping
a
on
show
people in
killer.
the crowd, like jumping from your
Pup, pup, pup,
table.
pup, pup. Show killer.
Wait, do that again.
Pup, 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 pup. Show killer.
So that was my like thing, my claim to fame until like someone was like, "Look, you think those girls or those bull daggers or those dykes pay you?" And this was like another dancer speaking to me. So you think they pay you?
No, and then on top of that, she was one of the only ones that was actually getting a fee to dance. And also
That is
getting
another
tips.
thing.
A lot of dancers hated that because they would go out and only work for tips.
Yeah, they only got
She
paid
was
for
being
tips.
paid to
They were giving me
dance
money up
on
front
top of tips.
to dance, and they
And
were
a lot
like,
of bitches did not like that because she was a teenager, you know, and fresh in the paint.
but nobody knew.
Yeah,
They
and
didn't know.
and it was amazing. It was a very fun time.
It was a time that I just realized a lot of shit about different people and about like
And you
people
were the
in my
face
life
actually for the club. People came to see her
for a while.
for a long time. I mean, even after she graduated, even after her senior year, it was still like a long
Yeah.
going show.
I'm not gonna lie, even when I got
You
into
called
like the
quits.
real strip club, yeah, I did.
You're the
I
one that
did.
said, "Okay, I'm hanging up my towel."
Even when I got into like the real strip club, it I was still going back to the gay club like every now and then to like make appearances and stuff like that because people were still asking for me. People were still like requesting to like have me do their birthday parties or have me do their like bachelorette parties or collab with them and go out of town. It was, I just want to say like that was the thing that really like made me develop and shape me to who I am today, honestly, because it showed me like how you better get your money, bitch, up front. Give the people what they want, a good 3 minutes or whatever you got going on, and then go home. You know what I'm saying? Don't party with the
And
locals.
don't trust
Yeah, don't
nobody
trust
because they
nobody.
was
Don't let nobody
ruthless.
pick up your money. All kinds of stuff. It was a lot of stuff that I learned. But I'm gonna tell you guys about how I transitioned to the regular strip club with regular men on the next episode. So you guys stay tuned for that because that will be the next episode.
From dancer to a hoe.
Oh,
Well, no.
Firebug 711, and make sure you like, subscribe, and share this. Love you guys. Y'all are my world.